siku pekee, siku njema, siku ya shangwe leo, siku njema yenye utukufu leo tushangilie.
I have a private practice and I'm also a secretary on the board of Abhalite Foundation and the founding member of the Kenya Society of Homeopaths. With Abhalite, we're also doing a lot of educational work. It's Kenya's premier homeopathic training college. They also train in natural medicine as well, so there's a naturopathic course. And we feel that's really important because it's wonderful to have all the volunteers that we do come out that help to do short training and work in the clinics. But at the end of the day, unless there's a grassroots level work going on where ordinary Kenyans are being trained as homeopaths, it's not sustainable. I think homeopathy provides an effective, accessible, alternative route in that means that every single Kenyan would have decent health care available to them. And it's something that can be disseminated very easily, I feel, on a grassroots level, whether it's in rural areas or in deprived urban areas, so that it's not just accessible to a certain section of the population. I see the health of every single Kenyan being radically changed. As in a lot of majority world countries, people pay for medical services on point of use. And so in that sense, there's a huge opportunity because you might as well pay to see a homeopath as you would to see an allopath. And people are voting with their feet at the end of the day. There's also a huge amount of self-prescribing that goes on. And the great thing about homeopathy is it's relatively easy to train people in first aid use. So instead of them taking what can be quite relatively toxic drugs or things, or using them unsafely, they can use something that's cheap and safe that they've been trained in using to treat a lot of common ailments. Much looking at trying to develop malarial research around malaria prophylaxis. Because whereas we've got wonderful effects in terms of treatment, I think it's important to do the prophylactic research because that's going to be the way forward, really, preventing people from getting the disease in the first place. There are three things that have really challenged the continent, and that has been school, hospitals, and churches or mosques, religion. Prior to the colonial times, all of those belonged in the village and they belonged in the home. Post-colonially, you have hospitals that are miles away that nobody can reach. You have schools that people have to walk 20 kilometers to get to, and everything has been taken out of the center where it was. Homeopathy can reverse that trend and bring back into the heart of the village what always belonged there, which is access to healthcare that works.